Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I speak in favour of Amendment 2 put down by the EFRA Chair that World Health Organization air quality limits should be put into law. I speak as the Chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Air Pollution and put down my own Clean Air Bill 4 years ago in 2017. And at that time, the Royal College of Physicians had already reported that 40,000 people in Britain are dying prematurely every year at a cost of £20 billion. Now the figure is thought to be 64,000 people. People are affected in their brains, their hearts, their lungs. Unborn children's mental health and physical health are affected. Young children's concentration, depression, anxiety, dementia. So the list goes on. And in fact, the number of COVID deaths is up 8% for each microgram of PM 2.5. DEFRA, of course, claim that overall pollution has come down in the last 10 years. But the reason for that is because we've closed down our coal-fired power stations, we've exported our manufacturing. And in urban environments, the death and the pollution is going up. And that's why we need these limits, imposed universal limits, because it's the poorest and most diverse neighbourhoods that are suffering the most from the pollution and hence the greatest level of COVID deaths as well. It's no good the government saying they'll have average concentrations where they average the amount of concentration in a rural environment with a toxic urban environment. Those limits would not have saved the life of Ella Kissy Deborah, who tragically died. And of course, we all know the coroner's inquest heard that a cause of death was the levels of air pollution. It's caused her asthma, it's caused her to go into hospital 28 times in just 3 years before her tragic death. We want World Health Organization universal limits applied so thousands of children can be saved and protected. It is everyone's right, in my view, to have clean air, and it is government's duty to deliver that right. Therefore, we need Amendment 2, which is in fact a guiding light around which other targets can coalesce. It requires PM 2.5 to be 10 micrograms per cubic metre by 2030. We need all government departments and public bodies to work together to do this, as set out in new Clause 6 later on. But the government, unfortunately, is just saying they'll have targets in 2022. Those targets won't be legally enforceable. Those targets can be changed. It simply is not good enough. For Ella's sake, for thousands of children up and down Britain, and for all of us, we need World Health Organization standards in legislation, and I hope that will be agreed today. Finally, I turn to new Clause 11. The member for West Dorset has put that down. I put a plastics bill down in 2018. The fact is there'll be more plastic than fish in the sea by 2050. UK supermarkets alone produce 114 billion pieces a year. We've got a situation where we need the producers and the polluters to pay a tax on virgin plastic. I would certainly support. Millions of birds and animals are dying. We are ingesting microplastic that gets into fish, inhaling plastic that's in our clothes and washing machines. And so in a nutshell, as we approach COP26, we should be showing leadership to the world in stopping our oceans choking, stopping our children's choking, protecting our air, protecting our oceans, protecting our environment. I so move.